Hey Johnny, what's going on, man? Long time no talk slash see. How you doing? This is my game, Potato Rain. I'm gonna be doing multiplayer. So we can select your user. We can edit our name. This is the high score. So this is like I don't know if you ever made a potato gun, but anyway, it's gonna be a little bit different than this. I'm gonna make it a little bit better. But like you can spray. This is the x-axis of velocity, and I'm gonna have it more. You can have it go up to 100. It was really fun coding that. And then a bit broom. So when you put the potato in, let's have it at like 21% or so. This is what I say the pressure is. Okay, and then this is the angle, and then fire, and I can zoom out. Uh, and then like when you hit birds, the feathers pop off, and there's jets and stuff that you can hit. You splat, and when you hit the power lines, it does a certain thing, and like the houses, like you can go into houses and whatnot. I'm gonna have all sorts of different things that you can like, interact with, and let's see what happens when you hit this car. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, um, I just started this game here, so uh, what's gonna happen? This is a parallax background, by the way, and this is my score up here. This makes it detonate. I can restart it. So what happens when we hit this? We go backwards. So this round I did 984. Best distance is this. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop this, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what is going on with the GameFlow. Okay, so this right here I got a sign. All right, let me go down to the sign. So let me just describe this to you real quick. Okay, so on trigger enter. Okay, the sign. We're gonna get the value, the velocity of the ball, which is at the time I called it a ball and I ended up making it a potato. We're gonna hit. It's gonna the output's gonna be sign hit ball velocity, which is gonna be down here. Okay. So if the collider, which is my test potato, which is what I'm gonna put down here in a second, is touching the box collider of the sign over here, and the variable value is greater than 15, we're going to execute on demand, which is a program which is basically the sound. Okay, and we're going to disable behavior on demand, which is a sound, because if we hit it again, we don't want the sound to play again. We're going to set the component property of the rigid body of the sign to is kinematic. We're going to have it not a value. We're going to set the component property of the sign's rigid body's gravity to 5. We're going to wait 2 seconds, and then we're going to set it to kinematic again, so you can't interact it when you hit it. So else if the collider test potato is touching it and it is less than 15, the velocity, then we're going to play the metal hit sound, and we're going to rotate the sign to negative 20 degrees on the z-axis, and we're going to disable the component, which is this component here on trigger enter. Okay, so we're going to put out our test potato, and let's go ahead and set the x velocity to, I don't know, 14. Okay, so when we hit the sign, I'm going to go ahead and save it, hit play. So watch this. When we hit the sign, oh, I'm not going to hit it. Let's hit the sign first. Alright, we're going to hit it going less than 15. And it just does that, okay? Now, there is a ground collider which is actually connected to the main camera. So, obviously that wouldn't happen. But, so, yeah. And if it was greater than 15, then it is going to be flying off. Because I made this particular one into 2 different sections, so I have a bottom half of the sign, I have the top half of the sign, so the top of the sign rips off, and the bottom half of the sign doesn't, and if it hits it less than 15 velocity, then it bends, and if it hits it more than 15 velocity, then it's going to snap off. So that is a perfect example of GameFlow. I have it on so many different things. It has saved me so much time. Okay? Like the jet, whenever the ball hits the jet, we're going to play a sound, the potato explode, we're going to get the position of the jet, right? And then we're going to explode the right here. We're going to enable this game object right here, which is going to explode the ball. You know, so the I can get random position vectors for the ball to explode in or the potato to explode in, which is exactly what I'm doing here. I have a x and y for each different random vector. These are different pieces of the ball. So whenever it hits the jet, it's going to set the velocity of the random vector into all sorts of different areas. GameFlow has saved me a ridiculous amount of time, and I strongly recommend it, man. Anyway, I hope you're doing great. I love what you made. I love your sprite that you made. That's really good. And keep at it, man. Make your own script. Become that Stardew guy. I'll talk to you later, man. Peace.